Hi y'all, it's Jess. It. I just wanted to get on and give an update. I finally posted my six things video that I recorded um, 4 days after my DNC, or 4 full days after. So that would have been like the 12th or 13th, probably the 13th, because the 13th of April, and my DNC was on the evening of the 8th. So today it has been 21 full days since that. Um, and just a little bit about what my recovery was like. I wanted to just share with y'all. I only had 1 day of heavy bleeding, which was the day after that six things video. So it would have been like the 14th. And it was not like critically heavy. Um, Supposedly, it's completely normal to have an increase in bleeding between the fourth and sixth day. Any one of those days to have an increase. Um, my bleeding was I was probably changing my pad every 2 hours. Um, so that was, it scared me, but I called my doctor's office and they said that's perfectly normal. That's no big deal. As long as you're not bleeding too much, we're not worried. Um, and I had my follow-up appointment exactly 2 weeks after my procedure, and I was released. I was no longer on pelvic rest. No more restrictions. So I have been going to the Y and swimming, which I think that's why I'm so red. I think my skin's dry from swimming so much. I've been going to the Y and swimming with my son Hank, just to get out and just to get active. I have been having This week I've been having migraines every single day. I typically get migraines during ovulation, and that about lines up with when my bleeding quit. I should be ovulating either this week or next week. Um, and I have to ovulate to have a period, or kind of sort of ovulate to have a period. So that's coming. We were told there's no reason for us, because it went well, and everything looked so great, and all my test results looked great, and I wasn't further along than I was. I believe like the mark is after 13 weeks they recommend you wait, but since she considers me 9.5, whenever the DNC was done, my OB does. So brain fart for a second, sorry. So there's no reason for us to have to wait to try to conceive another child. So that is the plan right now. We're not going to try on purpose until my next cycle, but we're not going to prevent it all. I have PCOS, and I have hypothyroidism, and I have high blood pressure, and then my husband has male factor as well. So we have a few infertility factors, and so my blood work is perfect, and James, my husband's blood work is perfect too. And so there's no reason to prevent, because the more time we try, the more likely it is for us to have a successful baby, have a successful pregnancy. But back to my recovery. Emotionally, I'm rocky. I do good most days until the evening. I push through, and I get through as much as I can, and I'm here and present for my son, and I get out and we do things. But I'm still really sad that I'm not still pregnant. And so this is almost a month out, and I don't know that I will ever not miss Riley. I don't know that I will ever not feel that he is missing. I still feel that both of our foster children, because we were foster parents when we got pregnant with Hank, still feel that they're missing. I still feel that they're supposed to be here. And so I don't know that I will ever not miss Riley. And I feel like that's okay. He was a precious child that we wanted terribly. So I feel like that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Physically, I feel good most days. I'm sleeping incredibly hard, like harder, like I'm sleeping pregnancy hard, which might still be my body getting regulated after pregnancy. I still have a lot of the, not a lot, I still have a few of the pregnancy symptoms that I get. I usually get horrible dandruff during my pregnancy. I always have a dry scalp, but the flaking gets worse during pregnancy. I think it's also because I can't use the products I normally use to keep it under control. And also pregnancy cravings, diet stuff probably makes it worse. I am still having lots of acne, but that may be related to the ovulation that my body's trying to do. My hair texture, it had just started holding on to all the hair, so it's still thick, and so I'm just waiting. Like eventually I know, because in pregnancy you stop losing your hairs, and so my hair was just beginning to get thick, and so it hasn't started falling out yet, so I expect that to come soon. I don't think it should be as drastic as like post-pregnancy hair loss, because it really didn't go on that long that it was thickening up, but it's just nice right now. I'm just enjoying it. I'm just kind of loving that my hair looks good a lot of the time. Yeah. Physically, I'm still hungry. I've only had a few days where I just didn't feel like eating, but most days I'm good. That's something I've experienced with grief, just not eating. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good physically, but grief sucks, and I expect to be grieving for a while longer, and that's okay. I did start seeing an acupuncturist. I had my first appointment last night. I don't like it, but it is something that was recommended to me by my OB. She said that she hasn't had another patient with similar test results to mine, where everything looked great and they were doing everything they should and could, and acupuncture and the increased blood flow to the ovaries is what worked for her. It's what got her a successful pregnancy. So we're going to give it a month or two try. Honestly, my point of view is if I still really dislike it at the third appointment, I'm probably not going to keep it up, because I really don't like it. It's really uncomfortable, and I'm not good at letting go of stress, and that's probably a huge part of it. So, but I'm probably going to give it 3 or 4 appointments, and if I don't like it, I'm going to give it a break, or maybe find another practitioner. I don't think it's her, 'cause she's really great. She's really wonderful and sweet. I just think that I'm just a high-strung person. So there's that. But, and I'm not looking forward to trying to conceive again at all. I'm very much looking forward to another pregnancy. Very much can't wait to hold another baby. Yeah, I still have dreams about Riley. Have dreams about being pregnant and all that. So I'm going to stop jabbering on, y'all. But honestly, recovery after D&C, once you get past like day 10, it's smooth sailing. Other than the emotional stuff. And once your body stops hurting, it's when the emotional stuff gets hard. So my body stopped hurting around day 7. And yeah. So I'm further out on the emotional stuff than I was last time I tried to do this. And yeah, so I'm gonna talk to y'all later. You take care. Bye-bye.